All right, is everybody ready to get the show started? All right, then give it up for your MC for the evening, Gabe Goulding!
Hello, everybody. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, though. Hey, it's a wonderful laugh. That's what's happening right now, in case you didn't know. If you didn't know, thanks for wandering in here and paying $5 to the people at the desk. This is it's a combined show. We've had so much fun putting this together. I am excited. I hope you're excited. I know you can't tell I'm excited because of the way my voice is. But I am. Take my word for it. So we've got 3 clubs here today. We've got Abracadabra. They do magic. If you don't know what magic is, then boy, oh boy, are you in for a wild ride tonight. We've got Humor You. They do stand-up. That's where you come up here and you tell jokes and you hold the microphone, and there's also a stool. You don't sit in it, but it's there. And then we've got Laugh Out Loud, and we do improv. Now, improv comedy is a sort of special kind of comedy where everything on stage is going to be made up before your very eyes. And to do that, throughout the night, I'm going to come to you, the audience, for suggestions to help us come up with funny stuff. And I'd like to practice doing that right now. So, when I ask for a suggestion, it'll usually be a question, and I just want you to shout out the first answer that comes to your mind. So, what's your favorite color? Blue. Lots of blue. That sounds accurate to the statistics I've heard. Oh, rebels and purple. What's your favorite place to go on vacation?
Steak and shake.
Utah, you're whoever said Utah, I've got good news for you. What's the favorite present you've ever got for Christmas? Someone said peanut butter, and boy oh boy, I've got news for that guy as well. What's your favorite ethnicity? Nope, the correct answer was silence. You all failed. Yeah, let's just move on from that one. All right, let's just get things rolling. Please welcome to the stage our first stand-up comedian, Sarah White.
I don't know this. Brothers and sisters, you are beautiful. I was reading in the scriptures in the book of Alma, chapter 20, verse 4. Stab, stab, a lot of people died. And it reminded me of a story. I was a young women's president, and there was a young Laurel from Utah. She came to me, to my home, where she counseled with me. We sat together eating a delicious piece of chocolate cake. As we ate the chocolate cake, she confided in me, Sister White, sometimes I want to murder my friends. I said, oh, Emma, if you murder your friends, just like this chocolate cake that we're eating, God's love for you will be gone. A tear rolled down Emma's face. And I knew she knew the words I had spoken were true. Brothers and sisters, Emma is sealed in the temple and has a 2-year-old daughter that she's not allowed within 1,000 feet of. But I can promise you, if you do not murder your friends, you will be blessed. 666 Illuminati, amen. Sorry about that. My therapist suggested that I use role playing as a way of overcoming what scares me most about my religion. It's not working. Something that it used to scare me about my religion, but doesn't anymore, and actually makes me giggle a lot now, is BYU girls who will casually drop that they went on missions. Like, you'll be in Sunday school and you'll just see a girl like, and they call on her and she's like, actually something that I learned on my mission is that baby Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Just a little bit spiritual, I guess. And then like, it'll be totally inappropriate. Like, you did not learn that on your mission, Kimberly. Like, we all know that. But like, I don't know, there's so many situations where it happens, like you'll be anywhere that's like vaguely ethnic, like in any form, like you're at Taco Bell, and like, you just see like a red balloon and some blonde girl's just like, hey, Georgie, wanna know something I learned on my mission? Taylor Ace. And she like throws her elaborately embroidered scripture case at you. And, nobody wanted that. But I don't know, I just don't like get it, like, when I was on my mission, there was this lady. There was this lady, she like just interrupts the plan of salvation. And she goes, Sister White, when you first came out on your mission, you was real fat. But now, you just pleasantly plump. Like, nothing about that. Like, why would I brag about that? Like, what are you bragging about when you're like, I went on a mission, everybody should know. Like, they're not glamorous things, you just go. Like, you just do it. It actually reminds me of something my mission president would say, which is that your mission is for you. Like, you decide to go on your mission, and the experiences you have are for you. And, you know, like, I think that's, like, extra true and, like, a little bit extra holy because he's actually a member of the Quorum of the 70 now. So, it's really true. Yeah. You guys caught that, right? That I went on a mission? That's, yeah, Mississippi. Yeah, cool. Let's see here. They told us that we have to do a Christmas joke. So I went on the internet and I Googled really, 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 really funny Christmas joke. And these were the results, so get ready. Why was Frosty the Snowman so cool? Nope, that was... why was Frosty the Snowman? Why did he have so many friends? Because he was cool, guys. Thanks, everyone. That's my time.
Sarah, the reason you have so many friends is because you're so cool. All right, we're gonna get going in our first improv game of the night. This game is called You Can't Handle the Scene, and we need Gabe, Rachel, Alan, and Josh up here. Give them a hand. All right, when we get improving, I'm gonna start blowing my whistle. Don't get panicked. They're just like my trained dogs, so I have to treat them as such. So in this game, they're split up into teams, and they're both trying to perform the same scene, but they each think they can do it better than the other one. So after a while, the scene will be going on, and someone will object and say what the other people are doing wrong, and I will sustain them or overrule them. And then they will do it right. Okay, so from this section right here, give me something that the rogue elf makes for kids. You know, does that? I heard Rogaine, and I thought that'd be a good one. Rogaine, it's medication that makes your hair grow. You'll learn about it someday, Josh. Don't worry. Okay. All right, I need two of you to take your place in the middle. All right, players, are you ready?
Yes. Doc, I've tried everything. Tinder's not working. Neutral's not working, which is crazy. Yeah, you can see.
I can see a lot of things. Do you polish that?
Well, I can't go here. What else am I supposed to do?
All right, well, as you can see, I've been winding up this Rogaine. You should try some of that. As it says on the label, it grows hair, apparently.
Objection. Gib is a doctor. He should probably know more than the parent piece.
Yeah, sustained.
It grows hair. I know this because I'm a doctor. Just rub it on your scalp, you bald fiend.
Can it be used other places?
Objection!
Yes, please, sustain, sustain.
I will use this on my head and only my head. Is it supposed to burn?
Good grief, look at all that.
What's going on?
You used the whole bottle, you fool!
Objection. Again, he's the doctor. Like, he should have been...
Yeah, sustained.
You made me into an abomination.
That was my plan all along. I am indeed an evil doctor, and now I shall go into soliloquy about my plans. You see, I needed a freak of nature with hair longer than the Sphinx itself to scare my neighbor. He keeps stealing my newspaper. I need you to hide underneath my baseboards and wait for him to come out next morning.
I have a wife and children.
Well, I could fix your hair if you do this for me.
Objection.
Yes?
There's a really easy way to fix that hair. It's a barber.
Oh, let's see it, sustained.
You know what? I was going to tell you how to fix your hair, but I'm evil. So I won't.
How dare you? I came to you to help. And all you did is hurt me.
I cut your hair. That's how I got out.
You're not so evil after all.
Don't insult me.
It's the Christmas spirit coming upon you.
All right. All right, guys. Now you guys are in for a big treat because behind this curtain. Oh, I thought there was a magician back here. Not as magic as I thought. All right, we're going to see our first magic trick, so give it up for Caleb Summerhays. Oh, not yet. Okay. All right, never mind. He's got to prepare his magic bunny, I guess. Oh, wait. Oh, I also got it out of order. So we got another really funny stand-up, so give it up for Parker Suorsa.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll just stand here. Okay. Thank you. So I recently got home from a mission. I planned that before she said it. I've been home for about 18 transfers now. So it's a bad habit. So I got home in September of 2016, which was a really exciting time to be in America. And I immediately got to work catching up on all the important things I'd been kind of left out of. You know, like lit and yeet and something like, yeah, so like I'm kind of hip. I could pick that stuff up. The one thing that was really confusing for me was the phrase low key, which means like sorta ish, and it's spelled L-O-W as in low and then K-E-Y as in key, not L-O-K-I, like Loki, the brother of Thor. So for a really long time, I just thought that the Avengers had become adjectives. But I can hang, if the kids are saying it, I can pick it up. So I got to BYU and, started dating. And, hey, Sarah, we've spent a lot of time together. I've just never met someone who's so Black Widow hot, yet Doctor Strange spiritual. And I was wondering if you'd like to Ant-Man and the Wasp make us a thing. She said, Thanos, no. Just kidding, she just said no. I like spending time with people that don't think that much. They say a lot of fun things. I was with one of my buddies the other day, and he was telling me about anti-vaxxers, which are people that don't take vaccines, I guess. And he was getting really angry about it and flustered, and he's like, I just wish that there was a plague that only targeted anti-vaxxers. It's like, buddy, do I have some great news for you? Another example of this, I was with my roommates, and one of my roommates was like, guys, have you noticed that our apartment has hard water? And I just laughed at him. I was embarrassed. I was like, dude, you can just call it ice. I don't know. I just think it's really funny when people are absolutely oblivious to their own ignorance and dumbness. So I don't know much about the economy. I've never taken an econ class before. But that has never stopped me from teaching myself economic principles that I see in my everyday life. I was at Smith's the other day. I saw you could buy a pack of 10 balloons for $2, but then at the checkout, you could buy one big blown up balloon for $5 a piece. So I thought about it, and then it clicked that must be how inflation works. It makes sense, and you can't change my mind. So Christmas is coming up. We have to say a Christmas joke. Yeah, thank you, guys. I'm kind of nervous. I had a bad experience last Christmas. Have you ever seen Mr. Kruger's Christmas? Just someone shout if I just need one person to shout. Yes! Whoa, okay, great. So you guys know it's like Jimmy Stewart teams up with the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. And I can call them that because that's what they were called when they filmed it. So I can grandfather that term into today. But they team up, and it's just this really beautiful, heartwarming movie about this, like the real meaning of Christmas. And you laugh, and you cry, and you're happy, and you feel good afterwards. Well, my mom wanted us to all watch Mr. Kruger's Christmas on Christmas Eve. I was in charge of getting it. I accidentally downloaded Freddy Krueger's Christmas, which is a different movie. It has different characters, yet it still had that same festive Christmas spirit. I also had a bad experience this Thanksgiving. I asked one of my cousins if she'd be interested in going on a blind date with one of my friends. And she's a little taller than me, but she just laughed. She looked at me and said, well, listen, if he's on your level, I'm probably not interested. Right? I was shocked. My own cousin discriminates people based on size. So I told her, like, you don't date people like that. She's like, well, I mean, I've been on a couple, and they were all right, but it's just not my thing. I said, so you never marry someone like that? And she said, no, but hear me out. It's not just because of that. It's culture. We come from different backgrounds. What if I want to play basketball, and he wants to play mini golf or whatever you do? I got kind of mad. I was like, you think you're better than us, don't you? And she said, no, we're all equal. But maybe it's good if we're separate. So I snapped. I was like, listen, just because you look down on us doesn't give you the right to look down on us. And she said, Parker, you don't understand. I wasn't talking about height. I was talking about your maturity. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty mature. She said, then why didn't you just say that your mashed potatoes were Tony Stark lit? And then ask for hard water in your ginger ale. That's why I said everyone.
I wonder if this music is ever going to fade out. Did you catch that subtle hint I just dropped? Okay, that was really funny. I laughed a lot. Next, we're going to do a little bit of improv. And I didn't say this earlier, but improv really depends on you to help us, not only in giving suggestions, but when you put energy into your audience-ness, then that helps us be funny, that helps us put energy into our act. So, when I say the following phrase, when I say the phrase players to the front, I need you guys to go like crazy with your clapping and woo and stuff. So, our first improv game of the night is called Human Props, and for this I need Josh and Alyssa, players to the front. Excellent. You guys are really good at this. For this game, I need three audience volunteers as well. So just raise your hand. You there, yes. Yes, come on down. And yes, you in the back. Big round of applause for our audience volunteers. Yeah, just go up on stage. And so, while Josh and Alyssa are prepping our audience volunteers, I'll tell you what's going to happen. This game is called Human Props. In this game, Josh and Alyssa are going to perform a scene, but we're going to up the production value just a little bit by having our audience volunteers be whatever props Josh and Alyssa need. So if they need a table, boy oh boy, they're going to try and be a table. So I wonder, let's get a demonstration of the thing I'm talking about.
Oh man, check out this great violin I just found. This fantastic violin. It's an upright violin.
I think that's called a cello.
You should play it. If only I could find my bow. I knew it was around here. Oh, there it is!
All right, great job, great job. Okay. All right, to start the scene proper, from this side of the audience, let's get a suggestion of a place where you want to go on vacation that you haven't before. Let's go with Wisconsin. They have cheese, I'd go there. Players, are you ready?
Yes! Yes, I'm here with my fancy clipboard to inspect your cheese factory.
Ah, right, yes, the cheese factory. Well, we have got a nice stack of cheese right here.
Oh, let me write that down.
It is artisanal cheese. Sculpture cheese. It's actually embedded with motors at certain points. It's a new type of cheese. Yes.
May I try a sample?
Certainly. I have a small platter for you right here. A nice small. That's our spit bucket, sir. If you'd like to, our spit bucket is actually. It's right.
Yes.
I swear it was right here. Oh, there it is. Our spit bucket. I'll just wheel that away.
Well, you definitely passed the examination, so I think we're going to upgrade you. We have a cheese festival, you see. There's a poster right here on the wall.
Circular. I like the design.
Yeah, that's what cheese looks like normally, but your poster.
We have to redo the poster.
We have to redo the poster. If only the poster already looked like what your cheese looks like.
Your designers are really top-notch.
We're on the ball.
I'd love to show you our newest new cheese, even more late than this one. It's a Swiss cheese. It's a Swiss cheese, but blue.
But blue Swiss cheese. Well, please show me a sample.
Now, where did our award-winning cheese go? This is a catastrophe. Yeah, that looks exactly like
It does. I mean, there's a hole right here. There's a hole right here. That's how cheese works, right?
Yeah, especially when you put your feet in them like that.
Yes. Believe me, feet taste better than you'd think.
Most cheese tastes like feet, so
Well, here,
that's great.
if you'll help me drag your cheese over so we can present it to the judges.
Ah, yes. Dragging of the cheese, very ceremonial. Ugh.
Just lay that right there.
I need my cheese testing stick to make sure it's of the right consistency.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what that
Oh, wait. We must melt the cheese so you can melt it onto your stick. If only I had my burner that I left right here. I swear I did. Fire.
Come back and see me. 3 days at the living room. I realize it's all my fault, but couldn't tell you. Yesterday, you'd forgiven me, but it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry.
Hold it now and watch the hoodwink. Does it make you stop think? You'll think you're looking at Aquaman. I summon fish to the dish, although I like the chalet Swiss. I like the sushi, cause I never touch a frying pan. Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Speak like Leanne rhymes, because I'm all about value. Bert Camper's got the mad hits. You try to match wits, you try to hold me by the bus.
Please welcome to the stage your next stand-up comedian, William. I forgot his last name.
I hope you guys don't mind if I drink on stage. Is that all right? Cool. Before the show, I was actually hanging out at this bar. Yeah. And I ordered some milk. And the barkeeper, when I ordered that, he was like, "Milk? You must be one of them Mormons, huh?" And I said, "Yeah, how'd you know?" And he said, "'Cause I hate you." I'm not from around here originally, so it was just recently that I drove in snow for the first time. And that made me kind of nervous, because it was like not even a short drive. I had to drive all the way from Salt Lake City back here to Provo. And it kind of freaked me out, I'm not going to lie. But I realized I had an important piece of safety equipment on my car, which was my California license plate. Nobody on the highway got anywhere near me. Like, this idiot doesn't know what he's doing. We're going to give him a wide berth, which is a really weird way to say something that's not that weird. I'm going to give this guy some space. I'm going to give him a wide berth. My roommate, he got this Christmas ornament, and on it there's a little tag. It says, "This ornament feeds a child for a year." So I pulled him aside the other day. I'm like, "Hey man, that ornament you have, I kind of feel like you should give it to a kid." Like, I don't want to run your life for you or anything, but like, I think it's kind of selfish for you to be holding on to something like that. I'm not really good at like meeting people, like first impressions. They always go bad for me. I was at church at my new ward, and this guy introduced himself. He's like, "Hey, my name is Sam. What's your name?" And I said, "My name is William. So far, I'm killing it." But then he asked me a question. He was like, "William, what kind of a man are you?" And I was like, that's kind of a weird question, because there's no way he's going to give me enough time to answer that. So I was like, he gives me a weird question, I'm going to give him a weird answer. So I was like, well, I like juice. And yeah, it was kind of like that. Like, he kind of chuckled at it, but it turned out to be a huge mistake, because since then, I'm the juice guy. And whenever this dude sees me, he's like, "Hey, juice guy, what about juice? Huh? What kind of juice you been drinking? Tell us about it." And now I don't want to go back to church. So people tell me all the time that I gotta smile more. They're like, "William, you gotta smile. You gotta smile more. People like it," which is a pretty insensitive thing to say to an android. And when people tell me this, I'm like, of all the things that you could say or do to make me smile, demanding that I smile more is probably like the least effective one. It's like, for me, it ranks like right below stabbing me in the calf. And in case anybody's wondering, top of the list is giving me cheesecake. That'll make me smile. And then right in the middle, there's poking me in the belly, which can go either way depending on how much I like you. So I know a lot of you guys out there are kind of intimidated by women. Let me hear my insecure guys. You guys are really secure about your insecurities. That's good. And like I was kind of there too, but I'm sort of getting over it, and it's because of my job actually. Like what I'm doing right now is I clean bathrooms on campus. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking William, because you remember my name. That's very sweet. That's not a very sexy job. Like you're not gonna meet any girls that way. What are you doing? And that's true, but I'm more confident around women now because I know how gross they are. So to help you guys out, I'm going to give you kind of a walkthrough of what I'm pretty sure all girls at BYU do when they go to the bathroom. This isn't going to score me any points, but it'll help you guys out. I'm willing to take the hit. So if you're going to the women's restroom at BYU, what you want to do is you just walk in and you immediately just start ripping out your hair. Like all your hair, you just rip it out and you just throw it all over. And I get it, finals are really stressful and stuff. But there is a trash can. I kind of wish they would use it. I mean, it's fine. And sometimes you got to get your makeup on. So you go over to the mirror, and guys, if you haven't put makeup on before, it's like what you do is you go up to the mirror and you have like a little brush, I think, and then you kind of like put it in and then you kind of go like whoosh, whoosh, like on your face, whoosh, and then the rest of the makeup that you have, you just dump it all over the sink and floor. It doesn't matter how much money you're wasting, that thing's gotta look good, okay? But you're going over to the stall, and in each of the female stalls, there are these little buckets, which are specifically made for snack wrappers. So you can get your snack on while you're pooping. Which I thought people knew that was gross, but whatever. You can have like a Twinkie, you can have like a Subway sandwich, have some hot Cheetos, which I feel like that would be a little dangerous to eat without pants on. But more power to you, I guess. And then you want to finish off your meal with a Plan B contraceptive pill. And the packaging for that, you just leave it right there in the thing as well, so that the custodians can have a lot of questions in the morning. I don't judge. I just assume the person's married, which is also the justification I use to listen to like a lot of that really filthy, nasty R&B music that comes out nowadays. You just say, oh, these people are married, and then it's all good. It's beautiful even. And if you didn't bring any food, you might get a little bored while you're sunning on the toilet, so that's fine. What you do is, you know, on the handicap stalls they have like those handrails, and they like help you stand up if you're not good at that. Then you, if you don't have anything better to do, you just yank that right out of the wall. 4-inch screws, doesn't matter. Just rip it out, just like your hair. Just rip it out. And then at that point, you're pretty much done. So the last thing you have to do is you just take some cherry Kool-Aid mix, just dump a bunch of that in the toilet, and you just walk away without flushing. And you're good to go.
Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. Lips as sweet as candy, its taste is on my mind. Girl, you got me thirsty for another cup of wine.
Did you see that he actually sat on the stool? I've never seen that before.
All right, this is next to the improv game. We got Josh and Gabe up here. Give them a hand as they come on up. I also I need an audience volunteer from this part of the audience. Yeah, you pointing to your friend? Come on down. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, and then I need one more. Who else wants to come? Oh yeah, come on up, man. All right. So this is the game of sound effects. So when it comes to improv games, sometimes the hard thing is that you can't get immersed in the scene because just go over there and talk to them. Sorry, I'm just leaving you hanging. But sometimes you can't get immersed in the scene because you're like, oh man, something was supposed to make a sound and there wasn't any sound. Well, we got these two people that are going to help us out with that. Every time that Gabe or Josh do anything in the scene that have a sound associated with it, our audience volunteers will participate and make those sounds in their own respective microphones. We're going to see an example of that as soon as they're done talking. All right, you ready?
Oh no, the police are coming!
I'll get my shotgun. It's a bit delayed.
All right, now let's start this out from the. Let's go this front staff. I kind of been neglecting you guys. Let's get a suggestion for something Christmassy. Give me a Christmassy thing. Mistletoe. Ooh, players, are you ready?
I got it.
You did? Well, open it up.
Hold on, I need to put the table down first. There we go.
Hold on, there's gum on it.
Don't eat it! Oh. All right. That was the first block. That sounded like another lock. It's got very well greased hinges.
I can't believe it. Mistletoe from Vancouver. We had it special ordered and it just got here. Excuse me.
That's very powerful mistletoe.
What should we do with it? I mean, it's the most powerful mistletoe in the whole world.
I think I need to shave.
Yeah, you gotta shave because we're gonna go to the steak dance.
Of course, let me just grab my steak. Oh, my steak is ringing. I think that means it's done cooking.
Well, grab it. We gotta head over to the church building.
All right.
Oh, we're here.
Oh, someone's knocking.
Oh. We welcome anyone. That is not a well-greased hinge.
Let's try it again.
Hold on. I'm gonna plug in the machine gun. Perfect, yes. Yeah. Oh, I think the dance is starting. You can hear the music. It's polka night.
Anyway, we're going to have a little bit of magic now. So please give a warm welcome to Caleb Summerhays.
Hello, everybody. I have a question for you. Who here wears pocket squares? Yeah. Nerd. I kid you not. I made the joke last night. Literally the exact same seat. No joke. So, it's not your fault, I guess. Don't worry, it takes one to know one. Now, yeah, this one's for you then, because I don't want to. This is a pocket square. I don't want to just stuff it in there. It really doesn't matter, because what's the point of a pocket square if you're wearing a sweater? But you know. But I wanted to look nice, so I learned some origami, and this is the way that I found it online. It's kind of different than with paper, you know. There we go. Name an animal. What? A lion? Well, are you in luck? We practiced this. Everyone? Frick, this was a lot cooler online. A lion. Yeah. She looks skeptical. Put that right back. Sorry, I'm a little out of it. Hold on. All right, we're good. We are good for the next 2 minutes. All right. Oh, I feel like I have some profound thoughts. Don't you hate it when people answer their own questions? I do. Oh, being stand-up is fun. I found a universal remote, and I thought this changes everything. All right. I'm sorry. Yes, I did. All right, we're a lot better now. Ready? Oh, that's cool for half of you. Right there. Okay. All right. Now, I'm a magician. I've been doing magic since I was about 3 years old. And growing up, I wanted to be a doctor, but my dad said, no, you're going to my son's going to become a magician. So, you know how it goes. But it made sense because my grandpa's in the arts and my dad's in the arts and I don't have a job either, so it's way cool. Well, actually, we do make money. Hold on. Let me show you. $50. Anyone ever see? Here, check it out. Mommy. Yeah. Throw it back. Don't worry, it's my fault. I chose you. Okay. FYI, any of the jokes, if I accidentally insult you, it's like fill in the blank jokes, so it's not personal. All right. You know what's cool about these is when you're an artist, you don't have to, you just take the money and yum. Look at that, wow. Sorry for the back, you didn't see that. Here we go, look at that, whoa. No, I'm not that good. It's right there too, all right. Now, let's do some real magic, are you ready? Now, I'm a magician, so of course, I should be able to do a card trick, right? So, we're gonna do, don't worry, there's more. Card magic is pretty hard. I know it's kind of cliche, but it's, I mean, no joke, this takes practice. All right, it's called a waterfall. If you want to take a video of it, I mean, not many people can do this. If you want to take a photo, I got you. All good. For those of you wondering how that was done, woo! All right. I'm kidding. Let's do a real trick. Let's do a real trick. case you couldn't tell, my goal here is to entertain. I promise to do magic. I'll be back out here later. I'll just be little spurts here and there, but I'll show you something cool. I figured toddlers aren't walking anyways, but I need socks, so she wasn't using them. All right, I need a volunteer real quick. Hey, I saw you made eye contact. Would you like to help me briefly? Would you be willing? Don't worry. Don't worry. Everyone give her a round of applause. Woo! All right, that's it. She hasn't done anything, all right? Still welcoming her. Okay, perfect. What's your name? Hannah. All right. My name's Caleb. It's nice to meet you. Sorry, I was a little close. Make sure you're standing the same distance from me as I am from you. Perfect. All right, watch this. This will blow your mind. Go ahead. Pick a card. I will not look. Doesn't matter. You can go to the bottom if you're one of those people. All right, go ahead. Look at it. I will not look at it. When you are done, replace it whenever you'd like. Here we go. You put it back? I'll go slower. It's in? Okay, perfect. All right. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Now, this is the part. I'm going to try and do this without looking. All righty. And a cut. Now, I've shuffled it. I genuinely don't know where it is. And if you, here, actually go ahead, give it a cut. Just lift up a chunk of the cards, doesn't matter where, and we'll put the rest on top there for you. It's nothing I've done. Now, with that cut, wouldn't be, I want you, there's 52 cards in the deck. Name a number between 1 and 52. 47. For the sake of time, why don't you name just a slightly lower one? 6, okay. Hold your hands out for me. How cool would it be if your card was in the 6th position? 1, you guess. Are you kidding me? The improbability of that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What was your card? 3 of spades. And wait, just to prove that I know that I knew you would choose the 3 of spades, actually, I made a prediction. Inside the deck, I've made every single one. No, it's okay. They all feel like idiots, too. They all gasped. Thank you. Now, I'm going to show you. Thanks for the woo. I'm going to show you one last thing before I leave stage here. And it's actually one of the first tricks. Got me started in magic. And that is, oh, did I break it? Nope, we're good. Oh, that would have been a fun show. Sorry, do you see this hole from there? Hold on, I got this. Oh, all good, all right. As long as one person likes it, thank you. When I was about 3 or 4, my dad came to me, bought this on eBay, on an old Coke bottle, black paper bag, put it inside, said, all right, Caleb, here we go, watch this. It's gone. My 4-year-old mind was blown, but I got smart. I was like, Dad, show me that again. Show me that again. See if you can figure it out. All right, put it right in. Here we go. It's gone. I was like, well, hold on. I didn't. And then he turned the bag upside down. I was like, oh my gosh, he's got me. You guys not? Tough crowd. I'll just have to come back out later.
I'll send an SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets my message in a bottle.
All right, let's keep things moving right along. We're going to do an improv game now called, I just read it and I've already forgotten it. It's called Game-o-matic. For this, I need Parker, Marshall, and Josh, players to the front. And And for this game, I need someone's initials. How about, yes, you. What? You have too many names. What are yours? What? You've only got 2? I want 3. Yes. GWS. Which is not 2 U's, it's the letter W, otherwise I wouldn't have taken it. This game is called Game-o-matic. In Laugh Out Loud, we have a whole lot of improv games, and some of them we don't play very often. And right now, our players are going through their what's the thing where you remember things? Memories. They're going through their memory and coming up with some of our old games that start with the initials G, W, and S. And so they're going to tell you about them, and then we're going to choose one to play. So, Marshall, what have you got?
Well, you see, during one of my first days in improv, we played this game, and we haven't played it since. It was a wonderful game, though. I really enjoyed it. It was called Goodbye, Welcome, Slap. Now, Goodbye, Welcome, Slap is a game where every sentence we say has to be some form of a greeting or a way of saying goodbye. If anyone breaks those rules or can't think of anything, the other 2 people get to slap them. That's pretty much the game.
Okay. Josh.
Yeah, so my game's a really interesting one. I delved deep back in the minutes that I've done improv. And I remembered a game that is, what were the initials?
GWS.
GWS, thank you. The game is called Girls Without Sympathy. And in this game, the game always takes place in a girl's restroom. And one character is a custodian. And the other 2 are girls who leave the place terrible so that the custodian can come and clean it up. And that's the game.
Yeah, these are definitely old games from our list. Parker, go ahead.
So the reason we don't play this game much is because it's a seasonal game. We only play it around this time of year. This game is called Gifts with Swag. So what we do is we're just doing a gentle little gift exchange. And as we give these gifts, the gifts actually have personalities attached to them. So as we start playing with them, we have to come up with the characteristics that we endow with them as we give it to them. So like, for example, I say, oh, this is a yo-yo that has a teenage son that doesn't want to talk to your dad. It's better in real life, I promise.
Okay, just say your titles again real quick.
Goodbye, Welcome, Slap.
Girls Without Sympathy.
Gifts with Swag.
Okay, now you are going to vote on which of these games you want to see our players play. So, when I put my hand above the game you want, clap for that game. So, I've already forgotten it.
Goodbye, Welcome, Slap.
Goodbye, Welcome, Slap, okay? Girls Without Sympathy. Stuff with gifts. What was it called?
Gifts with Swag.
Gifts with Swag. Okay. So Josh, I think you're out. Let's do. Just want to make sure. All right, Marshall is the winner. So Marshall, just very quickly do the rules again.
All right, it's pretty simple. Every time somebody's saying something, it has to be a greeting or a way to say goodbye. And if it's not one of those things, the other 2 people get to slap them. All right. But in order to start, we need a suggestion from the audience to get pretty normalcy.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get a suggestion of a place that. How original. Yeah, let's. Your suggestion is. Your suggestion is gift exchange. Players take that as.
That sounds familiar.
Oh yeah. Whoops. Are you ready?
Yes.
Why, hello there, Johnny.
Aloha.
I brought this for you, pal.
have to talk to you later.
Oh man, I haven't seen you in forever. Where have you been? You've grown so tall. Thank you. Ho, 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 I'm Santa Claus.
Hey there, Santa Claus.
How you doing, kids? Santa, why did you leave me so long ago? Goodbye, Johnny. Goodbye, Johnny. I'm never coming back. How could you?
All right, now give it up for a really funny comedian, David Sutton.
Man, now I know how my roommate Hui feels. People chanting your name every time you come in. Is anyone else hot? I'm kind of hot. So I've heard that flowers are a super sweet way of saying, I killed these for you. Watch them die. But since millennials can't afford flowers, we just did that with the whole floral industry. If you tell me to get off my cell phone and live in the moment, you're living in the past. Genetic depression is the original blue jeans. Do you guys know what the female version of an LDS tool is? It's a spiritual thought. I'm sorry the rest of you guys have to wait for LOL to die down every time. I'm not that sorry. It makes me feel really good about myself. So I've noticed recently a lot of really drastic haircuts and a lot of pink and purple hair dye. And I just gotta ask, are all you ladies doing okay? I know... I know personal trauma is not the only reason to dye your hair blue, but it is part of a very short list. So, a lot of college kids say they're socialist, but then they don't want to go halvesies on a gallon of milk. It's time to put your milk money where your mouth is, Ethan. So I don't like scarf season. I just don't. The only time scarves work on guys is if they're emo or European. And the only time it works on girls is never. It's really gross. Look, you guys can judge me when you stop sneezing in them. I know you do. Look at all of you pretending like you were shocked. I can't tell you how many times on campus I've seen some girl in one of those big puffy infinity scarves, and she's walking into the achoo, and then she just keeps walking. She just continues on with her life as if that's fine. Quit mixing your boogers with your Hogwarts house. Look, either wash your scarf in between snot shots, or quit judging me when I blow my nose in my tie. So my dad was a spy. My dad was a spy in Mexico until I was born, and that's a true story. That's true. But you can't really tell, which is a very good attribute for a spy to have. But it's been like 20 years. So now he's like Jason Bourne mixed with secondhand lions. He's like Jason Bourne after all that roof jumping caught up with his knees, wearing a lime green polo. Like, imagine if Mr. and Mrs. Smith had never found out each other's secret and just kind of settled into suburban life. Just think of like James Bond, but with a passion for grilling and gardening. He's really good at hiding it, except sometimes something will just like prod his memory a little bit. Like one time, I remember it was like a Jack in the Box. It was a Jack in the Box of lethal information popping out. We were watching a movie. He paused it, and for the next 20 minutes, described in detail to his 12-year-old son how to make pipe bombs out of common materials. And once he realized that he was the slughorn to my Tom Riddle, he gave it a hasty, "Oh, and never do that." Nice one, Spy Dad. It was hard as a teenager to have a dad who could find out literally anything about you. Like when he found out I was sneaking out at night to go to Steak and Shake at 3 a.m, I just got a gentle, warm, "I expected more from you, son." All right, leaving that one alone. As an adult, I don't really have any secrets to keep from my parents, which means Spy Dad should be cool again, right? No, not at all. Because now that I have nothing to hide, he keeps looking anyway. And he's dangerous when he's bored. I remember my first semester, I was living in the dorms, and I had my first college girlfriend, and I was this adorable freshman who was gaining 30 pounds from the Cannon Center, and everything was going great. And then one day, I got a text from one of my dad's burner phones. And all that was in it was a 9-digit number. And then he didn't text me back for 3 days. Do you guys want to guess what that 9 digits was? Does anyone want to guess what that was? Social Security number? No. That was my first thought, but it was not one in my family's. It was no one's credit card account. That was my third thought. The second one was Swiss bank account, but it was a different one than my Swiss bank account. It was my girlfriend's student ID number. And like, that's not hard to get. If you haven't changed your BYU information to private, please don't talk to me until you do. Like, you're in danger of just being in the same room as me with that information out there. I'm not impressed with how he got it. I just wanted to know why. Does anyone want to guess why? Checking my grades? It was her ID number. I have no idea. I have no idea why he did that. That's just the kind of like mind games my family plays with each other. My family is like if both of your parents were Jigsaw and all of your siblings were Kevin from Home Alone. And you were also Kevin from Home Alone. So I couldn't just give him the satisfaction of asking. So I was like, all right, Dad, weird flex, but not okay. Can't just do that. So recently I was Skyping my parents, and they're asking the usual questions like, hey, how are midterms going? Any exciting plans this weekend? How is Lainey doing? Who the heck is Lainey? You know, Lainey, she served in Chile. I served in Oregon. Why should I know Lainey who served in Chile? Because you're dating her younger sister. And here's the thing. I knew that. I knew my girlfriend's older sister served in Chile and was named Lainey, but I hadn't even told my dad her last name yet, let alone the make, model, and color of her dad's truck. Oh, did I not mention that he just casually dropped the make, model, and color of her dad's truck as well? Because I didn't ask, hey, Dad, do you have any other unreasonably specific details about my girlfriend's life you know? but he must have thought I did, because he just dropped that as if that's a thing people did. Later that night, I was talking to my girlfriend's dad, and he was like, well, I don't want this to seem like an interrogation, so how about I ask you a question, and then you can ask me a question. What's your major? Mechanical engineering. How's your red 2002 Ford Ranger? Now I get to have awkward conversations with two dads. My dad getting that weirdness out of the way early actually had some perks, surprisingly. Like my girlfriend stayed. Like that's a woo for me. I don't know about for her. Like that says a lot about how hard she's willing to settle. Look, if that's not a deal breaker for you, I'm very concerned about what is. But I really think she just likes being able to hold it over my head. I think she likes that every argument can end with, yeah, well, at least I didn't stalk your entire family after our first date. So you can shut your mouth about how I use my scarf.
'Cause I'm having a good time, I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light.
Hey, David. I was gonna say tell your dad I said hi, but I think he knows already, so. Our next game is Late for Work, and for this I need Josh, Tanner, Marshall, and Alyssa. Players to the front. And Josh has gone into our soundproof room over there. And by soundproof, I mean he's going to close the door and say la 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 la, so we can't hear the things that he has to guess.
I did last night.
It's true. It's tested. So this game is called Late for Work. In this game, Josh is late for work. What a novel idea. Oh boy. But he has to come up with excuses that his co-workers, Alyssa and Marshall, are going to mime to him behind his boss's back. To start, we need suggestions for the reasons that he was late. So from this side of the room, Josh woke up and there was something in his room that made him late. What was it? A beaver. And what was the beaver doing? Yeah, building a dam. There was a beaver building a dam in his room. Yes, a beaver. Yes, that's what I said. Okay, from this half of the audience, spotlighting back. So that happened, and then he was driving to work, but something was in the middle of the road that stopped him. What was it? What was that? Yeah, there was a pregnant elephant giving birth in the road.
I guess that's me.
I didn't say that. You said that. Okay, and then from this side of the audience, Josh somehow finally got to work, but when he stepped in the front door, what was there waiting for him? Hagrid and a hobbit. Boy, oh boy. Something with size is happening. Michael Jackson. Something was happening. How about that? Not a person. Okay, yeah, there was Michael Jackson and the entire Thriller music video was happening. Yeah, if it's close, yeah. Okay. Please review what the things were.
Beavers were building a dam in his room.
Then, on the way to work, there was a pregnant elephant giving birth in the middle of the road.
And then he got to the lobby of the office building where we are employed, and Michael Jackson was there doing one of the most iconic dances and most recognizable ones that there is possible in Thriller. He'll probably get it.
Okay.
That's the first Tanner.
All right, let's call Josh back in here. On the count of three, yell Josh, 1, 2, 3. All right. Late for work. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
And I don't even know what we do in this business. But I do know you're late!
I'm sorry, boss. It's that I was really busy, you know? I had lots of stuff to do. I woke up, okay? I woke up, and there were rats in my house.
You should move out if there are rats in your house.
They were the tallest rats you'd ever seen. It was like the Leaning Tower of Pisa had fallen over because there were so many rats. Or maybe they were mice.
I can believe a certain type of rodent in your home.
Yeah.
But, ever since the mayor outlawed both mice and rats, and they had to seek refuge in another country, I don't think it was those rodents.
No, it was perhaps a sharp-toothed bunny. There are also hamsters.
What are you doing on the floor, kid?
I slipped on the thing that we don't know what happens in our business.
Oh, yeah, the unidentified liquid substance that's always on our foot. Carry on.
But it just occurred to me that beavers also exist.
Ah!
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
There were beavers in my house that gnawed, my table, my bed, the ground.
It doesn't matter what they were gnawing, it matters what they did with what they gnawed.
Oh, of course. Yes, so they took what they had gnawed and they built a dam.
As beavers do.
As beavers do.
Just as I don't know what we do while we work here, I don't know why I'm interested in what beavers do with what they gnawed.
Who knows?
But
I was on to work, right? I was driving in my car.
Oh, your accent's back.
It is. It comes back whenever I remember. And there was a prego elephant.
Oh, yeah.
What did you do? What did you do? This isn't a slip and slide.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Alexis.
I dropped all the knives.
You shouldn't go on the floor. We are incompetent workforce, aren't we? Okay, all right. Beavers, prego elephants.
And then she wasn't pregnant. It was the craziest thing.
Oh, so...
She gave birth.
That makes perfect sense that beavers would be in your home and an elephant would be giving birth on the I-5. That's fantastic.
It's what happened. So, there was something else that happened, right?
Oh, this has got to be good.
It is good. Michael Jackson was that.
Oh!
You know how I like him.
Who doesn't like him?
Right? A lot of people. So he was dancing, and I was dancing with him.
Oh!
As you do with Michael Jackson.
Dancing with Michael Jackson.
I picked up every knife.
This is the blood circle?
One of these days I'm going to ask you out. One of these days. You're fantastic.
Anyway,
so
Mikey
you were
J.
dancing with him. I would... Mikey J.
Yeah, we coached like that. My accent's changed 3 times. That's okay.
All right, so you were dancing with Michael Jackson.
I was.
Well, now, is there a specific, perhaps, dance? Maybe one would say the most identifiable and recognizable dance that Michael Jackson has yet performed to this day, which is easy to say because...
Of course, the moonwalk. Or perhaps Thriller.
So when we were planning for the show, we had this meeting. All three of the clubs got together, and we were talking about what we would throw into the crowd. Because we like to throw toilet paper and fruit snacks because people like to use those. Remember, you throws their t-shirts, but Abracadabra usually doesn't throw things. So we were throwing out ideas, but they didn't take my idea to throw out doves into the crowd, or for some reason like that. It's really dark on here. Is there a light? You got lights on me? There you go. All right. All right. So we got one more improv game, and then we're going to go for an intermission for a little bit, and then we got another half of the show. Who's been enjoying it so far? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so this is the game of split environments. I need Alan and Tanner up here. Actually, I need you guys to go to a soundproof room, which are on this side, either side over here. Yep, all right, they're going to go over here. So what's going to happen is there is a rift in space and time up here on the stage where two people can be on the stage but in different locations at the same time. So we're going to give them both a location, and they're both going to interact like they're in the location, but they have to guess where the other person is while they're interacting. Does it make sense? It will make sense. Okay. So let's start off. From these people over here. Let's get, or whatever. Just shout out like a kind of mundane location. Death Star's not very mundane, sir. Why do you wait for me to finish my sentence? Well, dentist office? All right, I heard dentist office right here. I'm going to take dentist office. All right, now let's get like a fantastical place like Hogwarts or something, but not Hogwarts because we get that a lot. So. All right. I think I trust them enough. Let's do Wakanda. Does that sound good? All right. So we got a dentist office and Wakanda. All right. So I want you to give a big cheer on the count of three, and they're gonna come in, and then keep cheering while I'm whispering in each other's ear. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. All right, this is the game of split environments. Players, are you ready?
Yes! Oh, I'm not the only one. Oh, okay. I was real worried for a second, but I think they're they opened up and we're good now. So that's nice.
I'm just gonna sign in, okay?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I can do that too. Man, crazy stuff here, right? Crazy stuff.
You don't have to stand so close, man.
I'm just nervous, because it's
plenty of seats.
Oh, so can that like change shape and stuff? Is that?
It's a chair, man. I mean, it's soft, so technically, yeah.
Anything in there about all the disappearances lately?
Mostly just ads.
Like for jewelry or spaceships?
I don't know, just scantily clad women.
I think that's cultural garb. I don't think it's supposed to be sexual, but.
I'm pretty sure that the ads are intentionally sexual. That's how they sell.
Oh, so they've started commerce now. What? I mean, I thought they were worried about,
I'm just gonna go, they just called my name, so,
is it council? We're going to the waterfall?
We're not going anywhere. I'm just gonna get, checked out, and you can stay here and wait for your name.
Okay, all right. Guess I can do that.
Yeah.
How are you gonna get out though with the?
I'm gonna use the door.
All right, Alan, do you know where Tanner is?
Like Stargate or something.
Not quite. Tanner, do you know where Alan is?
The morgue?
All right, it sounds like I mean, you're pretty close, but not really. All right, it sounds like we ought to keep going. Keep going.
I mean, like they put it up because of all the four-armed guys. You know, we can't have any of that. And if he, gets his hand on the gems, then Oh, wait, that already happened because of the disappearances. I established that earlier in the scene. Got it, I'm sorry.
I think you're in the wrong office, man.
Oh, I mean, I saw Martin Short here, so I thought, no, not Martin Short, Bilbo. He was here, so I thought I was in the right office, but that's just me, because he was in the office. Anyways, if you're leaving, we'll just,
I think I'm just gonna skip my appointment and take my kitty bag and.
Okay, but it's just us, so you can do the thing if you want. They won't get mad if they don't see it happen.
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, I mean that's reasonable.
I'm white.
Yeah.
All right, Alan, you know where Tanner is?
Are we in Wakanda?
Yeah, you sure are. And Tanner, you know where Alan is?
The doctor's office?
Pretty close with the doctor for your mouth.
Oh, the orthodontist.
Close enough, yeah, right. All right, this is it. We're going to have a 10-minute intermission. Stick around. We'll have more laughs after this.